What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. Just a reminder, there's a big discount on the Star Wars merch page, so if you want to find t-shirts and hoodies up to $15, be sure to check it out. Now on with the video and the news coming directly from the Disney boss, Bob Iger. As I'm sure many people know, Bob Iger is in fact the big boss and overseer of both Marvel as well as Star Wars, because he's over Disney as a whole. During an interview, Bob Iger was asked questions about Marvel as well as Star Wars, after it was major news that Disney had decided to purchase Star Wars for up to $4 billion from George Lucas. In this recent interview, Bob Iger has talked about some of the troubles that Star Wars has had before, and why he believes that pushing too much Star Wars on the fans too soon was the big problem with the series, and ultimately why films such as Solo did not perform as expected initially. As to exactly what Bob Iger had to say about this was his exact quote. "I have said publicly that I think we made and released too many Star Wars films over a short period of time. I have not said though that they were disappointing in any way. I've not said that I'm disappointed in their performance. I just think that there's something so special about a Star Wars film, and less is more. I made the timing decision, and as I look back, I think it was a mistake that I made. I take the blame. Was a little bit too much, too fast concerning Star Wars. We're at the point we're going to have to start making decisions about what comes next after JJ's The Rise of Skywalker. But I think we're gonna be a little bit more careful about the volume and timing, and the buck stops here on that." Basically, Bob Iger says that he wasn't even really disappointed with the performance of the Star Wars movies, just that he thinks a Star Wars film should be really special, and not a type of film series or franchise that we get a new installment of every year. Rather, something that we get to see every 2 or so years, which is the new approach that they followed with The Rise of Skywalker, canceling the Boba Fett film. Disney does have somewhat of an interesting plan though, as they are releasing Disney Plus series along with The Rise of Skywalker, namely The Mandalorian. So there's a lot of Star Wars content coming, it's just coming in a much smaller window. I do think that Bob Iger doubling down on his comments are interesting though, and the fact that again, according to him, they released too much Star Wars too quickly after they acquired it from George Lucas. Not that he was necessarily disappointed in the films of any way, or really even their box office return, which I think he was somewhat, especially with Solo, even if he won't admit it. Just that Bob Iger believes that Star Wars is much more event-oriented and not something that they can release multiple installments of in about a year period. Anyway though guys, what are your thoughts on Bob Iger doubling down on his comments that he initially made about too much Star Wars too quickly? And do you ultimately agree with Bob Iger and want to have Star Wars feel more event-oriented? As always my friends, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to check out the merch at a discount in the link in the description down below. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.